Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And story comes from England. A guy is suing Apple after his wife found his, quote, deleted texts to hookers.
Well, that's illegal. So how could you sue when you're...
You know what's funny to...
my wife found my drug deal text, so what the heck, Apple?
It's kind of funny to just kind of think that hookers are illegal. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a separate topic.
I mean, because it just doesn't seem like a huge crime. And I believe over in England, it's even a looser situation, like as far as...
We're like the only place that has prostitution be illegal. One of the only places.
Yeah. Because all I'm thinking about is, remember Hugh Grant, that scandal when he cheated on...
I sure do.
And how could you cheat, by the way? Everybody always says, like, how could you possibly cheat?
Think of all the beautiful... Beyonce got cheated. I mean, all these beautiful... Adam Levine cheated on his wife. She's a Victoria's Secret model.
Yeah.
I mean...
Elizabeth Hurley is who Hugh Grant allegedly cheated on with a hooker.
No one's safe. None of us.
No one's safe.
Gwen Stefani, the No Doubt Queen herself, cheated on.
Nanny.
With the nanny. That's why I won't have one. I'll have a manny if I have anything. Not up in my house.
Okay, so he'd be okay with a manny?
No. But guess what's not going to happen in my house?
A nanny.
He's like, what if we just got an old woman? I go, don't care. I'm not doing it. I'm not playing any games.
Wait, you're afraid of an old woman?
I don't care. I'm not doing it. There will not be a female in the house unless he's related. I would hire like his sister. That's the only way I'm going to feel safe. He's going to be related. Because then you're just weird. I should know that. If you're going to sleep with your sister,
like,
I should know.
Hey, my bad on this one.
Yeah,
I figured
you know what? Shame on me. You know what I'm saying? I dropped the ball there.
I'll take the hit on this one, Coach.
Yeah, I'm only letting somebody he's related to in the house to permanently watch the kid. I'm not doing it. I'm not playing these games. I've seen every movie. I've seen all the story. I'm not doing it.
Fool me once.
Period. I've learned from other people's mistakes. I don't need to make the mistake.
Well, when Hugh Grant did that, I remember that was a huge scandal, obviously. And they kind of said, they were saying kind of over in England, I don't use the word common, but it happens and people don't really go crazy about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just one of those Saturday night with the boys.
I guess.
It's the big deal.
But this guy in England is suing Apple for over $6 million after his wife found texts he sent to hookers and divorced him. He deleted them on the phone, but didn't realize she could still see them on their shared computer. So they archived there or whatever.
Let me tell you something.
What do you mean, idiot? Listen, I don't know the tech stuff, where it's all going.
Oh, my God. Men suck at covering their tracks. If you need to find out, I was dating a guy, and he deleted everything out of his phone, too. We were in a long-distance relationship, and I knew for a fact, he was from a different country, and I'm like, he doesn't know what the word archive means.
Wow.
He's never heard that word. I know it for a fact. If you're learning another language, archive... Not there, okay? It sounds like an animal.
I heard the people in Iceland have no idea what archiving is.
I just went to his computer, I wrote archive, and I was like, oh, there we go.
So wait a minute.
Everything.
So they were deleted, and you went to the laptop or the phone?
Laptop, typed in archive. You can do it on the phone, too, though.
Huh.
The iPhone backs up, listen. iPhone backs up deleted texts for 40 days. They're still accessible. So if somebody's deleted the text, you have 40 days to still find them.
Welcome, it's Kenzie from Apple Customer Service.
Yeah, somebody's been hurt before.
Period. Listen, how to catch a predator, how to catch a cheater should be my show. I'm all over it.
Well,
I got you.
This guy is saying Apple should have to cover everything he lost in the divorce, which was $6 million. So the guy was rich, and she took $6 million from him, and he's trying to get the money back.
Queen.
Well, the guy's not going to win, I guess, too much. I don't know. I mean,
how do you not look in the mirror on this situation? Like, well, this is obviously Apple's fault, even though I was cheating on my wife. What the hell, Apple?
He claims he and his wife were, quote, very happily married for 20 years, calling it a, quote, superb marriage. But he was going to hookers. Yeah, he was going to hookers, though, and then she found out those deleted texts. So it was a happy marriage because he was going to hookers, I guess.
Like, all I can think of is Scooby-Doo. If it wasn't for you meddling kids.
It's wild to think that nothing really gets deleted then, I guess, for the most part. I'll tell you what, though. If you're out there and you suspect someone of cheating, there was 7. There's 6 more ways you can use your phone
I bet I can add.
This is almost like you do continuing trivia. Kenzie's going to have every answer here.
Oh, my God.
But we'll talk to you about them, and we'll go through the list, just in case you think someone's cheating, including some special apps. And there's all kinds of syncing
good.
and stuff.
Now, this list is really good because, full disclosure, I
You
said
wrote
this.
it?
This is my show prep that we're about to use. This list is very good because it's actually combating, like, Apple got some backlash for some of the recent updates that are going to be coming up in iOS 18 because it seems like it's going to make it very easy to cheat, and some of these are ways around those. So if you heard of those updates and like people are going to be hiding apps and being able to do all this, you can still find some of that out. So this is important. This is good to know because even if you think your man's not cheating now, you may think it in about a month. Things happen, names pop up.
This is sad to think about. I just thought everybody was going to be happy in relationships.
You will be happy. This is good information.
And by the way, Kenzie, speaking of that iOS update, the one thing in there was going to be facial recognition to open certain apps. So you may have your man's or woman's code to unlock on the phone, but you still can't unlock the app. Like, let's say it was something that has an obscure name, but they're using the way to communicate.
You know, way around that, desktop login. I'm just going to say that. That's not even in this. That's not even this. So you can log on to Facebook and Instagram via desktop. So if you have everyone's password and you're like, well, I can't get on because of face login, just go on the
Brian. I've
desktop.
been waiting for that. Oh, my God.
Why you know what? This is the problem. This is the problem with you guys is that they're cheating, but you're psycho for finding out about it.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying,
you
if,
sue Apple too.
listen, if you suspect that every second, I think that it's going to happen. That sucks.
And also,
Okay, Kenzie, good preach.
these are not part of the list, but
You buy a gun.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Well, sadly, we're talking about cheating, and this is a way, though, to find out if the person you're with is cheating on you. Technology has a way of keeping all this stuff around no matter how you think. You delete things, and we'll get to that in just a second. First off, check in at 312-591-8300. How did you find out that your person was cheating on you? This came in from Joe, checking in from 224. A woman, I found out my ex was cheating with one person. She was cleaning houses naked. And, the dirty
like
also.
Like a business or just a guy that she liked?
He doesn't clarify, but I imagine it was like a business thing, but then also doing other things. Because there's those weird naked cleaning people that will do what you want to do. Yeah, that's what he found out.
You know.
Sorry, Joe. It's terrible.
That sucks.
Kenzie, what do you got?
Well, first off, I deal with a lot of people going, women cheat. Yeah, of course I know women cheat. I don't have stories about women cheating on me. I only have stories about men cheating on me.
Apparently, all of them except your husband.
Yeah, that I know of. I don't need the wrath of the world and universe that I know of. Okay,
Right.
That's all. But Megan texted and said, "If I'm ever arrested or need help, I'm calling Kenzie."
Yeah, fair.
I got you, boo.
Well, we're talking about these things that, again, check in at 312-591-8300. How'd you catch your person? Now, there's one way to do it here. So we talked about basically nothing gets deleted fully. I think it takes 40 days till they can be actually deleted for good. So if you delete them, Kenzie was talking about searching archive and you can find the stuff later on. Or maybe it was on the phone, but it's synced to your computer. That's what happened with the guy in England. He found the text, or she found the text of him to hookers. So eventually, though, they do get fully deleted, it sounds like. After 40 days, they can...
If you actually delete it after 40 days, now that doesn't always sync up with your laptop, though. Your laptop can have an archive.
See, it's weird because I don't have my laptop synced to my phone.
Yeah, so a lot of people have, if you have a MacBook...
Right.
And then an iPhone, you can do, iMessage via there. Not everyone enables it.
Yeah.
But I think some people don't even realize.
For me, the phone's the phone and the laptop's the laptop.
Well,
search through both if you have to.
Yeah, you don't mind. If your wife wanted to see your phone, would it bother you?
No, she has my thing, and often if we take pictures somewhere and she wants to airdrop them to her, I go, here, where's my phone? Do it. I've never, gotten to that point of I mean,
my phone.
I will say this: there was a certain point in early dating when I realized, I have to I should get rid of old phone numbers of people I'll never call again, like old girlfriends and stuff that were just in my phone.
I do love that about you, is that...
Aw.
No, I really do. You, even off air, adore your wife. And you are just, not skeezy. And the amount of things that you're talking about, I want to delete all these old numbers. I want to do that. you've always wanted to find a way to be even more faithful than he's even required. I always say that was really good of you.
Thank you. Caseless note today that Kenzie called me not skeevy.
That's right.
That's
One of
right.
the greatest compliments she could give.
This is a...
Amen. Because you guys know how I feel about cheating. From men or women, I just really hate it.
That's right. And this should be a holiday from now on going forward today. So, yeah, thank you. And, yeah, I just one point when I said, like, why keep these numbers? It's stupid. Just delete them. So I went through a big delete when we were very early on in dating. I just said, because I don't want that in there. I don't need
a
it.
week ago, you really felt like you didn't need these any.
Right before Father's Day, I was really feeling like... now, this is a weird one I never thought of. But you can find someone cheating through autofill. Like the deletion of text messages, it's simply not enough to erase the Safari search on your phone. So you start typing things in, and it could finish leading to you cheating, which I don't think a lot of people ever clear their history on their phone very often.
Mm-hmm. Also, the search history in your apps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder if we're giving tips to cheaters right now to clear your history every day.
It's a lot of work. They're probably like, listen, you have to have a system. You have to be good about it.
I think the cheaters right now at 7:52 are too busy cheating, and the people out there trying to catch them are listening intently.
Amen.
The secret app thing going on. You might believe you're being savvy by putting dating apps or in an unmarked folder or name something else, and they won't look at it. But apps are, if they're set to be in a label hidden, meaning you quickly caught one once your loved one gets into your phone.
You want me to explain this one?
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
I know,
It's basically
I
going
can
through
tell.
iCloud, right?
So here's the deal. One, you can look at someone's iCloud if you have their password because you can see everything that's been downloaded. The other thing that you can do if you're worried about the new update that's going to allow hidden apps. So if you look at like the screen and it takes a face to open it, is if you go to someone's app store, it shows you the downloaded apps on the phone. So even though you can't click into you know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
you can see what's out. So if someone has secretly downloaded a dating app or an inappropriate thing, if you're in their actual app section where you can do the updates and see subscriptions and stuff, that's how you can see what's on someone's phone. And this won't help cheaters at all because there's nothing they can do to hide that. Like your app store is your app store.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Got it. Thank you for explaining that more clearly. Actually,
welcome.
go ahead and explain that. So there's iCloud syncing. Is that the same deal with looking in that?
Yes, that is when so not everyone syncs their phone with their iCloud.
Right.
So if your iCloud is synced, you can log into an iCloud anywhere, like on a desktop, and that's how you can see everyone's information. If they sync it, that means they've synced text messages, phone calls, history, apps, because your iCloud's your backup, right?
I do that.
So you can log in separately to an iCloud to check things out.
Case, you hearing all this?
I am. I had no idea it was this elaborate of a system to either cheat or to catch cheaters.
Yeah, how about this one? Location services, find devices.
Period.
Well, now explain that one, Kenzie.
No. No, so you can look at recently found devices, or obviously you could do the share my iPhone so you can see where your partner is. Some people don't realize their location's still shared. Like, honestly, I think my location is still accidentally shared with Case. So say you drop your pin because we were trying to find each other at the Taste of Randolph, right? So you
And I
could
caught
do.
Kenzie cheating because I had her location.
I was talking to another morning show.
She was cheating on you with a margarita.
Amen. You find me.
That is true.
So you could share a location and then you can casually see it because somebody may not have ended their location sharing. You can also see recent things that they've tried to find. You can also do this with Wi-Fi. You can look at recent Wi-Fi connected to.
Yeah.
So if they were at someone's house or something like that, or a bar they didn't say, and they've connected to the Wi-Fi, you can check the recent Wi-Fi connection history.
Let me ask a follow-up here. So
Yes.
when you share your location like you did, are you saying that you can track the history of those shared locations, or they do disappear once you've...
You can see locations that you've also previously connected with. I don't know how long that stays in there. I'm going to be honest about that. Like, maybe that leaves after a week or 2 or 40 days. Also, you can see previously connected to things. Like right now, like if I open this, like Christopher, one of my friends, has like a recent, like, do you want to reshare or whatever? So that's on there for sharing location. Also, the auto fill in as well as you're looking for people.
This is a funny text, by the way, 708. You can tell Kenzie's a Latina. They're the best at phone investigations.
Damn. Oh, okay.
Kenzie, I have a question for you.
What do you want?
Because I don't have the same level of, and I don't say this as an insult, but I don't have the same level of paranoia that you do. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna check somebody's Wi-Fi history, why be with them at that point? Doesn't that just seem like too big of a hassle?
No, you're right. The problem is that once you think someone's doing something, so you start off happy. This is what happens.
First explain love and relationships. Let's do that.
Listen, you don't start off like, this guy seems fishy. You know what I mean? So you start off happy, and then something will happen where you're like, that text seemed a little weird, or like that seems, usually a red flag pops up. And then that is when you're like, okay, is like, you wait for like a few red flags, and then you're like, is there something here to find? And then you pull out like tactics. You're like, is this actually a bunch of coincidences, these red flags, or what Wi-Fi have they connected to recently?
And then you go into all this stuff and try to find the issue.
So I have never been super happy, and there's no red flags, there's no anything, and I'm like, but I'm gonna go look at a phone. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always,
I'm glad I asked. That makes much more sense
so
now.
it's always been, I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird that girl texts you at 3 a.m. every single night while I'm visiting you. Let me just look at your archive.
Well, there's probably a good reason for it.
Yeah, so it's only like I've like, I don't go through my husband's stuff because I don't feel any type of way. If I felt some type of way about something, I would go look.
I believe it.
Amen.
Because you're a Latina and you're the best at phone investigating.
When necessary.
773 checked in. Listen, it sucks. But everybody, I think, has this story, or at least one story. Kenzie has several, but of people cheating on you, sadly, that's very upset. I'm upset about that. That's not cool.
It sucks.
773 checked in. My friend caught her ex on his phone because it was synced to her iPad, and she was watching him text another woman in real time.
See?
Wolf. Jeez.
And I gotta say, listen, because I got a few people like, well, if you can't trust him, you shouldn't be with him. Kind of what Kay said. Listen, I get that. I want trust in my relationship. People want trust. It's also good to not be like, oh, I'm gonna blindly trust no matter what comes my way, because you'd be surprised. Like, in my messages right now, I have 2 children and a husband. And in my messages, the amount of guys who send me inappropriate things and their wife is in their profile picture, like, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to blindly sit there and ignore, be like, well, I think he's nice. Who gives a crap? People are nice and still try to cheat. Like, I don't need to let everybody get away with everything. So there's nothing wrong with just making sure you're paying attention.
Well,
not accusing people, not giving them the benefit of the doubt, not trusting them. There's nothing wrong with just like not being dumb and paying attention, though.
Well, if there's red flags, like you said, you don't want to continue anything and waste time if you can snoop around a little bit. 224 checked in. I caught my ex-boyfriend cheating back when blogs were still a big thing. Mm-hmm. And the girl he cheated with on me posted pictures from a formal that he went to with her. You got to keep saying, hey, don't be posting to a blog. I don't know what
Don't put me on your blog, baby.
Yeah.
So 773 texted in and said, my ex-wife and I had a joint T-Mobile account so I could see all the numbers she texted and called and sent pics to. She was conversing with her ex-boyfriend for 8 months.
Oof.
He went and looked it up. See? And he probably thought they were happy.
Yeah, keep texting in on this at 312-591-8300 and call in, because I have a story about how I caught somebody cheating on me, and I guarantee no one's got this story. I guarantee when I tell this story here in 3 minutes after the verb that no one has the same story that I have. And for your entertainment, we'll have that coming up here with Brian and Kenzie.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We just gave out a whole list of ways, 7 actually, to use your phone and technology to suspect someone from cheating your significant other. And, it's a sad situation, but at least you can find out what's really going on. Now, if you missed it, it'll be on the podcast at the 7 o'clock hour of the show later on. All the ways you can go through your phone, your laptop, even when things are supposedly deleted or location services. All that stuff you can do. And a lot of people checking in. I think everybody can relate to all this stuff. It's sad, but it happens, and it's good to know. 708 checked in. We're asking about how did you find out your person was cheating. Caught my ex-girlfriend using PayPal to talk to her ex-boyfriend. They sent $1 back and forth just to send in the message box. They had to send some kind of money, so they sent $1 back and forth to each other. So they could do it in PayPal because no one's going to look in PayPal to see if you're cheating.
Yeah, that's love right there. Those are 2 people meant to be together.
I'm like, why weren't they just together? Y'all could just stop. It is insane.
Yeah,
insane.
So that was her ex-boyfriend. I don't know the rest of the story. If 708 checks back in, Adam and Burbank, if they got
she's in jail.
If they got back together, but they sent that dollar back and forth to cheat through PayPal.
I want cheating to be illegal. I want people to start getting imprisoned for just ruining other people's lives and wasting their time.
We can't build that many prisons. We don't have that budget.
Prison.
No. I mean, we could just put a guillotine in Grant Park if you want.
Amen.
I feel like this spiraled quickly.
I just think if you're going to waste my life, let's get rid of yours.
Wow.
Jeez. Listen to that laugh.
The views
What,
expressed
did you
by
hear that?
Kenzie K.
What? Okay, so everybody else could just be a bad person. I'm supposed to think it's cute. Okay, fine.
No, but I was joking with the guillotine, though.
I wasn't. I thought you finally had a good idea. Oh my God, Ryan.
A Q101 branded guillotine.
Oh my God, bring your cheater.
Bring them. Wait, they're going to be duct taped up and carried over to the guillotine?
We could surprise them there, and you're like, oh, by the way, I know who you're texting, and then.
Meet in Grant Park. I got Lollapalooza tickets for you. We go, there's a guillotine in the middle of Grant Park.
Pull up your text messages.
Oh
That's
my
how
God.
you win. Let's look through your phone and see if it's bad.
So I found out someone was cheating on me, and I don't think anybody has this kind of story because it's not technology related. I went out with a little bit for a bartender for a while, and that was that guy that would sit at the bar waiting for her to get off work, which sucks to be that person waiting till 4 a.m. They got to clean glasses.
I know, because you don't even get tips. So
That's
you're sitting
right.
there for free.
You get nothing. And so I'm sitting there, and this guy comes up next to me and goes, hey, the bartender's pretty cute, right? I go, yeah. And he goes, this other guy comes up and sits down at the bar, and he goes, I heard that's her boyfriend. This other guy. And
Who's also at the bar?
Yeah.
That's pretty ballsy.
Right.
Damn.
And I'm sitting there.
That is confidence.
And I didn't know this guy, so I wasn't giving much information. I just said, oh, yeah, she's cute. And I was like, that's her boyfriend over there. I go, oh yeah? How do you know about that? He goes, oh, I've seen him leave here on nights and all that. And I'm like, huh. Now, I didn't make a scene, but I got really angry, of course. But I didn't make a scene right there.
Are you mad?
Yeah, I just kind of walked up to both of them to see who would crack because I kind of had the information then in my head and to see what would happen.
How do you interrogate them?
How did I interrogate them?
Yeah.
I go, so I went up and I said, I'll take a refill there, and she goes, all right, good. But I could see her hand shaking with the glass when she was doing the refill because she knew I got busted and she didn't expect that guy to walk in.
Yeah. If I were you, I just would have waited to see who she decided to go home with, like a dog when the owner stayed on two different sides of the room to see who it runs to.
So maybe there was all 7 guys thought they were her boyfriend at the bar?
Well, you could have been like, well, at least I'm the favorite. She came with me.
Because I have a good treat.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So, but anyways, so what'd she say?
Oh, well, she went like, you know what? I'm not going to, she came really close to me so the guy wouldn't hear who was allegedly her boyfriend. By the way, I found out that was her boyfriend and I was not.
Oh, you were the other man? You whore.
No, I didn't know. And I was actually for several months with this person. So I thought several months, I would assume I'm not this, I guess I was a side piece. Can you imagine that?
You're the side piece?
Me?
I can't believe you being like, well, I need more adventure. I'll pick Brian. I'm looking for something else.
That's right. Crazy. That was my running.
That poor guy. So,
what do you mean about him?
Well, you were the side piece.
How dare you take his
They were probably
side?
together for years. You were like nothing.
I didn't know.
I
so
know.
Poor
How
me.
long were you with her?
Like 3 months.
Yeah, what was they're like high school sweethearts?
I didn't stick around to find the information.
Well, how could you not?
How
could you not absorb like a sponge every detail of that story?
I was so shell shocked. I just kind of went, "Good day," and I left. And that was it.
God, I would have had questions.
Oh, I know you would have handled it differently.
Oh yeah, no, I would have handled that a lot differently. That whole scenario.
Sydney's checking in from McHenry. Sydney, what's going on?
So I found out that my ex was cheating on me by going to a doctor's appointment when I was about 7 months pregnant. And they test you for STDs and everything else like that, and mine came back positive. He had given me a curable one at least, and we worked through it. And this is back in 2007. And then in 2008, I found out that he had cheated again, so we filed for divorce. And as I'm leaving to go take the kids to the airport and go back home, I'm getting in the cab, I'm putting the car seats in, putting the baby in, and this moving truck pulls up to the place where we live, and she starts unloading her stuff. And she's about 6 months pregnant. And that's how I found out that he had gotten somebody else pregnant in the time that we were
Did you hit
together.
him with your car?
No,
run over him?
I left with all my dignity and my children, and that's the best I could do at that point in my life.
Wow, that's not you. Well, you did the right thing. You're a bigger person, higher ground.
Than me? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm just saying. Hitting with the car is the other
Karma got
option.
him in the end.
What was
I
that? What,
ended up- Go ahead.
no, what did you say, Sydney?
I said I think karma got him in the end because he's got 5 kids with 4 baby moms.
Ugh.
So he pays a lot.
Yeah.
Not going on a lot of vacations, huh?
No.
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 And I'm sure you're doing great now, right?
I'm fantastic. I married the most wonderful man, and we have a daughter together, and my oldest was my ex, just turned 18 and graduated high school, and my other one is 16, and she's driving, and they're both amazing kids, and we haven't heard or seen from him in 6 years.
Well, see, this is the lesson to end the whole conversation here is
Amen.
that karma gets people in the end who do this to you.
And call me Karma if you want me to hit your ex with a car.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.